Hello, again. It's me, again. This is my third and final video. So this is kind of going to be massaging the adductors. I do not have a model. I am going to be using myself. Just short notice, could not find anybody to be able to help me with these videos. That's sometimes that happens. So we're going to be able to do it without it. Regardless, we can get to the adductors and we can show them. So I'm just going to hop myself right up onto the table and just kind of pull this up and back. So as you can see, you can already see the shape of some of these adductors in here. Okay. These adductors are really good to massage when you're putting the leg into a 45, when you're on the table, taking the knee, putting it out, and putting basically into a figure 4, what they call a figure 4, because you can really get into these adductor muscles. You can really get into the deeper tissues, or do a deep tissue, I guess, to speak more correctly. And you can just start from right below that pelvic area, because I should say the pubic area, because you don't really want to, unless somebody's comfortable, get up into somebody's groin region. Most people might not like that. So you just want to get as high as you can get without really getting into that area, that private area. So you can do stretching and lengthening. You can press down on this knee. You can also you can use a variety of different strokes. So I would recommend using more of your knuckles on this area. You could also use your forearm, and I would go away versus coming to. Coming to, again, you raise that risk of really getting into this private area, whereas if you start here and you go away, I think that their comfort level builds more, that they know where you're going to start and they know you're going away versus coming to. The gracilis does cross that knee. It goes into the pes serenus with the sartorius and semitendinosus. So that's one, again, that you can make sure that you get. Other things is, even though you're in the figure 4, you can always raise this and you can really start to feel the adductor pull of the magnus along the inner thigh. You can work them just straight. I have done a little bit of work where you can kind of just like pinch them, and you can grab them. It's kind of more of the deep tissue separating, because you're really getting in and you're really trying to or do trigger point. There are 2 trigger points that we went over in a few other videos that a couple other people did show us, and you can find them and you can just you can just kind of I can feel the difference between that one, I can think the quad and my adductor longus and brevis. I can feel them up here when I'm pinching, and they just kind of, as you pinch, you can just kind of slowly let them go, and you can kind of feel the fibers separating. Yes, they're melting, but they're kind of more separating from one another as well. And you have that, you can feel it, because these adductors, they really come up the pectineus in this area as well. So, and you can do that on the other side, where you kind of are connecting with the quads as well. But when you pinch and you hold and then you slowly release, you can feel the fibers separating, individualizing, And again, this helps for the joint movement. It also helps for just plain muscle movement, sliding along one another, not adhering to one another. And see, like this one's even worse than up here. And I want to say I'm on a trigger point, but I don't remember exactly where the trigger points are, so I'm not going to sit here and try to say that I do. But I can really feel it on that Magnus right now. That's that adductor Magnus. And I can really feel that. And there, it's kind of sliding. Okay. So, again, doing effleurage to warm this area up. Obviously, some petrissage. You can get in there, you can do some friction or vibration. And then again, doing some trigger point, so some direct pressure and some trigger point, deep tissue with your knuckles. Again, like I said, I would always go away, especially if I'm working on a client. I would always go away. You can get more range from it if you put them in the figure 4. You can also take that figure 4, you can press it up and really get their foot, up into, meeting with their ischial tuberosity, and then you can work that this way. So, you can work it in a variety of different ways. The adductors aren't difficult to isolate when you're massaging. They're more difficult to isolate when you're doing stretches or exercises. They really, really do connect with and intertwine with the quads, the hams, and the glutes. A lot of those muscles, you're going to end up really doing exercises for those kind of muscles, and the adductors grow while doing them. There's only very few that I've seen that are out there that show just working just the adductor muscles without combining with any other leg muscles. To work them, you're working this, this whole area. So I hope that was good enough for going over my massage. I can go over individual ones in class if I need to. But either way, that was my massage video. So take care.